That was Amadou Kante in that report. While joining me on the line to talk more on these is Abdoulaye Sanyang, a former Gambian soldier and the administrator at the Gambian National Army Defense Headquarters, who currently resides in Switzerland. Mr. Sanyang, thank you for joining us. First, I want to know what comes to your mind whenever July 22nd is mentioned.
Oh, thank you very much for having me, my dear lady.
It's a pleasure.
It comes to be a very emotional day, the day Gambians have lost their sovereignty, the day we feel that Gambians have lost what we have been, our forefathers have been worked for years before our time, before we talk about 22nd July. Uh, it's a heartfelt day, one of the darkest day in our history.
Mr.
Gambians can
Sanyang,
recall.
can you tell us what specifically is that what we have lost? Can you be specific?
We have lost, thank you once more again, we have lost what the dignity of Gambians, our prospects that as a nation have been lost, and to see how we are as a democratic state for 30 years of Jawara'S rule, we have lost the independence of the Gambian people, that have been lost, free of movement, free of assembly, and the Gambians' integrity as a whole have been disappeared in the air. That Gambians can be proud of themselves.
Okay, by going on some of the revelations at the TRRC, many said in linkage to Sana Sabali's testimony that the military took over was a necessity in those days in 1994. Do you also share the same opinion?
Sorry, I've seen that the TRRC is a dream come true, what we've been praying for, that Gambians know the truth behind the 1994 coup and the loss of our loved ones through Jammeh's brutality and the dishonesty to the Gambian people.
So are you saying,
it's a pride day.
Are you saying that in your opinion, the claim made by most of the military junta members that it was a necessity to actually undertake the coup at the time was a necessity? Are you saying this is false?
Yeah, we cannot be celebrating a military coup. There is no civilized society now will celebrate a military coup. As we been found, our founding fathers have created democracy for us, multi-party system. Then, if at all the military interfere in the rule of law, then it's violating the right of the Gambian people. Although, to the fact that I was in active service at that time in 1994, but I think that's a combination of lack of our own people, the will of the political situation in our country. But I think the power of the people should come than the military.
Okay.
To change the regime.
As you said, you were a member of the military then. Was there anything in the system or in the Gambian society that would have prompted the junta to undertake the coup?
I think the army is there for the people. The army should support the will of the people. I think the political will was lacking. As we have seen a lot of situations in the democracy dispensation in Africa, our leaders, they relinquish, they were never willing to relinquish power, by elections. They were rigid at the election to stay more and more power, years in the office, to violate the right of their citizens to have a regime change. That prompted the military to come to power. And in that fact, I think it's undone, it's unfair, but it's the Gambian people who have to decide the will to bring the right thing on the table to how to govern us.
Right.
But
finally,
I think the military have gone too far.
Yes. Finally, before I take a leave of you, Jammeh has gone. Many believe that the institution still remains the same. Do you think with the status quo, the country is on its right foot towards the Never Again campaign?
No, I don't. I think Gambians have a lot of room to develop, and Barro's coming into office is a combination of all the Gambians coming together to bring a democratic change in our country, to bring a rule of law into effect. But I think Barrow have missed the steps. Barrow have tremendously missed his steps. How to govern the Gambia.
He's not working towards the right direction?
Because any regime, when you come, every regime comes with its own people. But Barrow cannot come into the office maintaining the The same people who violate our right to live, people who abuse us. Barrow have missed that step. Barrow have missed the step of bringing, how to call it, the Gambian people together. Because still now there's a lot of division in the Gambian society, what we have not been hoping for to when the change effect. But still now it's the same status quo, the same people who have been abusing us for years of Jammeh's rule. They are still maintaining our offices. I think that is unfair to the Gambian people.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sanyang, for your time. We really do appreciate that.